Tanzania is home to 14 national parks. So we visit a number of the northern national parks in Tanzania that are most popular for our wildlife safaris. The first park that we're going to visit is the Tarangire National Park. The Tarangire National Park is 1,600 square miles and it's Tanzania's 5th largest park. Animals are there because of the Tarangire River. During the dry season, the river continues to run and the animals can get water along the banks of the river. Popular animals to see there are everything from the Cape buffalo to prides of lions, very popular with the elephants, among other animals, and many bird species. One of the unique things that we do in the Tarangire National Park is stay at the balloon camp. Our guests have the option to do a balloon ride and a balloon safari first thing the following morning. So if we drive out from Arusha and we enter the Tarangire National Park, we arrive at the visitor center, we check in with the rangers, we do all the permit process, and guests have a chance to use the bathroom before we set out on our first game drive. We'll drive for a number of hours to view different wildlife. And the interesting thing about these safaris is you never know what you're going to see. So the Tarangire is very popular with buffalo, elephants, lions, zebras, giraffes, all kinds of wild animals in Tarangire Park. So they're all there for the Tarangire River. The Tarangire Park is best observed at the end of the wet season into the dry season. Because if we go too much in the wet season in the Tarangire Park, the brush is very high and grown up and it's difficult to view the animals. One of the things that's interesting about the Tarangire National Park is that we have the opportunity to have guests do an early morning balloon ride and safari. So we stay at a balloon camp, which is inside the national park itself. It's a luxury tented camp with permanent tents. It's very comfortable and beautiful. And we'll have our evening there. We'll take dinner with the group. We'll make a plan. And then early the next morning, we'll get up and we'll head out to the balloon launch site. Just a short drive away. And when we get there, they'll be blowing up the large hot air balloon. The sunrise will be close to coming up, and soon, right at sunrise, we'll launch in one of the hot air balloons. The basket holds about 20 people, and we will take about a 1-hour flight over the Tarangire National Park. And it's an amazing ride, and you have just a bird's eye view of all of the animals below and the landscape. And after about an hour in the air, we'll land, and when we land, we usually are somewhere by the Tarangire River, and we'll get picked up in our safari vehicle, and then we'll be taken over to the banks of the Tarangire River where we'll have a bush breakfast. The bush breakfast is right out there on the bank of the river. They have everything you could want for breakfast, eggs to order, fruit, and all the fixings, and we'll have what they call a champagne bush breakfast. So along the time that we're sitting there having breakfast, we observe the morning animals coming in for their morning water on the banks of the river. So it's a great combination of hot air balloon ride, safari, and a great way to start the day. After our time at breakfast, we'll set out on a few-hour game ride through the park as we exit the park and head to our next destination. That's a bit of an overview on the Tarangire National Park, the 5th largest park in Tanzania, and a great destination for our wildlife safaris. Learn more about our wildlife safaris on our Trek Tip series, contact us directly or visit our website.